Hi friends, welcome back to Nachos Nook. So today I'm going to make something I've made before. I've gotten a few new subscribers and they may not have seen how I sometimes make my nachos. And tonight I'm just going to go ahead and do it the same way I always like to. I'm going to start off with my own homemade taco seasoning mix. I'll be putting that in there. I have my water ready and I'll show you the next steps here. So I have my little 3-quart Instapot over here, and that's what I like to do this with. And on here it says 1 tablespoon of mix to 3/4 cup of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there. And I didn't add enough water, but let me add just a little bit more water here. I was just under the water just a smidge. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Go ahead and take my whisk and get that all nice and mixed up. Now at this point, sometimes I will actually put in here some refried beans so that this actually spreads a little bit further. But I'm not feeling the refried beans today for the nachos, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Now, anybody that knows me, that's been watching me for a length of time, knows that I pre-cook my hamburger in the Instapots and that I put them in the bags, and that way they're pre-cooked. These are still just a little bit frozen, but not too much, but it's not going to make a difference whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and throw both packs in here, because that way we just have some left over, and you can make like taco salads or whatever have you. Alright? Get all that water all over my counter. Alright, so then I'm just going to go ahead and put my lid on and go ahead and put on pressure cook. I'm going to just only put this on for like 3 minutes because it's not going to take that long, because it's like mostly thawed out anyways, and it is already pre-cooked. I don't have to hit any buttons or anything. I just pretty much, this will start. It'll do the 3 minutes, and then meanwhile I'll start to get everything else around. And also, those that have been following me knows that I absolutely love these Vidalia choppers, okay? And because it's only just Mark and I, and you know, for the sake of not doing more dishes, I just go ahead and I put the onions and the tomatoes together and just chop this up really super easy. Now I have some tomatoes here. I just went and got some tomatoes from my garden. My garden still has actually green tomatoes still even out there. Alright. Let's make it a big mess here. Always it seems like to make a big mess. So this is actually now in 2 different piles. Let me take the lid off here. We have the onions in the back, the tomatoes in the front, and only 1 dish to wash. Alright, and then what I'll be doing is pretty soon the pin's going to be coming up on this. It's going to come to pressure, and I'm just going to have some pre-shredded up lettuce, and then I have my my own homemade queso. So I'll be warming up the queso. I'll see if Mark wants any of those jalapenos or anything like that. Get out the salsa and all that stuff, and probably sour cream, and we'll have dinner here. But this will be coming up. You could tell that that's really close to coming up to pressure, and like I said, the 3 minutes, it doesn't take very long. Then you can do a natural release or let it do a manual release. Either way, whatever happens to work better for you. So I'll be back when it starts the next step. And while I'm waiting, I wanted to let you all know, this is my homemade queso, alright? This is not FDA approved. Now, I've been doing this for years. I feel very comfortable doing this. I do have actually like a video also on this. And what this is that number 10 can of cheddar cheese with some hatch peppers and some diced tomatoes. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. Let me pour this out of here. I mean, I think it tastes amazing. And then what I have left usually just goes into, you know, like the leftovers of the nachos. So this is what that looks like. And we'll get that warmed up, and that will be going over top of our nachos. And like I said, I really like, especially with nachos. I mean, it's one thing if you have tacos or something, but if you have nachos, it's really nice to have like the liquid cheese with your stuff. So we'll get that on the stove and get that warmed up. All right, so I let this come off pressure by itself. Always open the lids away from you. No matter how long it's been off, there's usually some steam, so you don't burn yourself. And go ahead and get this stirred up. It's all nice and thawed out and everything like that. And I don't know if you can show you over here. All nice and thawed out and everything. So what's going to be happening here is we're going to go ahead and make up the nachos. And I'm just waiting for the cheese to finish cooking. I have my homemade jalapenos out for Mark, some salsas, and I eat mild. I can't eat the hot. I've got the sour cream and the onions and tomatoes, and as soon as that cheese is warmed up, we'll get these plated up. Alright, so the cheese is done, and I go ahead and put the meat over my chips. Alright. Now this is going to be my nachos because I let Mark. I usually serve his plate, as you guys all know, but he does like to do his nachos in a certain way, so. And I do like a lot of the cheese on mine. He doesn't eat as much on his, which is fine. You know, each person has their own likes and dislikes. Throw on some tomatoes on here. I like more tomatoes on mine than he does too. He likes tomatoes, but he's not the biggest fan of tomatoes like I am. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and put on a little bit of the shredded cheese. And then I have some of this. I've never bought this before, but this tastes pretty good. I had some on a chip to see how I liked it. And then I just have my salsa on the top. So this makes for a very nice, quick dinner. I don't usually add sour cream to mine, but this is dinner tonight. I really like nachos. I prefer nachos over like tacos. I do like tostadas. I really like tostadas too. And my question to you all is, what do you add to yours? I mean, do you do your nachos any differently than how I do? What's some of the things you add that maybe I never even think of? Maybe put that down in the comments. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of this. If it's something that you guys have often. Myself, I could probably eat nachos like at least once a week minimum, because I do really like nachos. Even when I was pregnant, that was one thing I craved, was nachos, so I ate a lot of nachos. But anyways, thanks very much for stopping by, and I hope you have a very blessed and wonderful day.